This is such an iconic part of the show.
There's lots of different anecdotes from the show.
It's been many, many years in the making of many people's hard work and sweat.
Different stages of life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They use these experiences to celebrate key moments.
It's definitely part of a cultural conversation that affects everyone.
1, 2, 3. Ah!
We're gonna change and we're gonna grow, but as long as we do it with our friends, everything's gonna be okay.
To friends.
To friend.
Hi, I'm Elina Reddy and welcome to Foreign Influence.
Thought about it. It doesn't.
We're good. Drama, controversy.
So she was the driver for getting back to this was a good bag. Because he's gonna love to design all that thing.
People who trusted me with sharing their stories. Hi, I'm Elina Reddy and welcome to Foreign Influence. I'll be there for you. I'm pretty sure you've heard that phrase before in a TV series called Friends. Friends Experience has arrived in Melbourne. It is located in Docklands. You'll be able to visit it until the end of November. I'm going to take you on a journey through every single room where we'll be able to see what makes it so special. We're at the famous fountain scene and we've got John Mica here with us. He came all the way from New York. John, please tell us what company you work for and what is your role?
Yeah, I work for Original X Production. We were lucky enough to partner with Warner Brothers way back in 2019 to create the Friends experience.
There are so many people that want to come and experience this.
Yes, we're so excited. This is our Australian premiere. We've been all over North America, Europe, and we finally made it down here to Australia.
Well, we're so happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here.
What makes Friends TV series very special in your eyes?
I think the biggest, Marta Kaufman, who's one of the series creator, I think she says it perfectly that Friends is about that time in your life when your friends are your family. And for some people that's early in life, for some people it's late in life. I think it's really relatable globally. Everybody has that moment where your friends are your family. And so everything that happens in this show could be you. And that's what makes it so fun to live vicariously through our friends.
Friends has had such a huge influence on the whole world, from fashion choices to hairstyle choices, from where people shop, where they have coffee, where they hang out, how they spend their time. How has Friends had influence on you, do you think?
So I was born in California. I grew up watching Friends, graduated from high school the same year the show ended, 2005. It was that lure of New York City and the energy and the excitement. It's one of the reasons I live in New York.
Well, New York has a lot of hustle and bustle about it, and obviously this TV series really conveys that to the audience.
The really cool thing about this series is it's very New York, but it also could happen anywhere, right? Some of the power outage episode from season 1, it's big because that kind of thing has never happened in New York, at least not in the last 10 years, but it can happen anywhere. And when it happens and you can't stream your favorite TV show and can't order food in,
it's a disaster.
and all you can do is sit around and talk to your friends. And it's such a special show because it encapsulates that, but it really could be anywhere.
Next year there will be 30-year anniversary since the show aired for the first time, September 1994.
Yeah, we are coming up on 30 years. So the Friends experience actually originally came up for the 25th anniversary of the show. And now, 2024 will represent 30 years of Friends. Can you believe it? It feels like yesterday.
It does, it does. What is your role in your company? What are your daily tasks?
Yeah, I'm director of guest operations, so I get to oversee all of our team members operating worldwide, and really our focus is how do we make our guests happy? And that's, I think, one of the great things about the Friends experience is we focus on not creating barriers. And whether you've seen the show for a single episode, which some people catch it on a rerun, or if you've seen every single episode over and over and over again, we want to make sure there's something here for you to see and enjoy. And it's really our focus to make sure that our amazing team members can help connect with you and kind of become your new friends in a way here at the experience.
What would you recall that your most favorite part that happened at the fountain scene?
Well, the fountain's really unique because it doesn't actually exist in the show. They filmed the opening credits, but it always reminds you of the very beginning. So as the show goes on, they change all of the different clips on the fountain, and you see over 10 years, you see how they grow and they change, but it always comes back to those original clips filmed in 1994 in the fountain with them dancing around. And it's that reminder of, who you are and who you start out as doesn't have to be who you are 10 years from now. We see every single character grow and change and learn. And I think that's one of the really fun things about the show is it's that reminder that we're going to change and we're going to grow. But as long as we do it with our friends, everything's going to be okay. Let's head inside. I'd love to show you some of the things we have here.
Can't wait! What have we got here?
So this is actually one of my favorite recreations here. It's the reprint of the ticket that the studio audience would get for the filming of the pilot. So the show originally was called Insomnia Cafe, and then when they filmed it, it was called Friends Like Us, and this is the only memory of that because before it went to air, it was renamed as what we know today, Friends. But this is that ticket that everybody would have gotten on May 4th, way back in 1994, to see the pilot episode be filmed.
Well, very historical, iconic.
Very cool.
Minimum age 16. It's interesting it says that because in the show there is not even single one swear word.
No, it's interesting. You can see the tagline here, a new comedy about love, friends, and Mr. Potato Head. And the show was really, in that first few episodes, finding itself. So it kind of left that door open, I think, for a more adult audience. But you realize really fast that friends hanging out is so universal, whether you're a kid or an adult. And so it really expands that audience, I think.
Wow, I love it. All these mannequins and all the clothes.
Yes, this is such an iconic part of the show. So Deborah Maguire was actually the costume designer for Friends. She started on the pilot episode. She did costume design for all 10 seasons.
And for those who don't know who Deborah Maguire is?
She's an artist and costume designer from the US. She's quite famous in the art world as well. But she created a specific color palette for each of the different characters. So you don't really realize this in the television show, but when you look at Chandler, for example, right here, he's got the bowling shirt, he's got the khaki pants. She really modeled this after her dad, the kind of clothes her father wore. It's very 1940s
That was
US
the
style.
inspiration.
Yeah, and so you can see that as you look at all of his costumes, you see that throughout. Whereas Joey, who's a poor actor and doesn't make a ton of money, he's got, some nicer pieces of clothing, but everything that he wears is a little more distressed. Like he's owned it for longer, he's worn it, maybe got it in a secondhand shop. So it's just really interesting because you don't really think a ton about the costumes while it's happening, but Deborah has really made sure that each costume piece that they wear is right for their character. So we've got all of them on display so you can take a closer look.
Goodness, this is so 90s.
Is
Yes. The shoes, everything matches.
Yep, and
Wow.
I love Rachel's
Oh my God.
outfit, which
Yes.
feels, the sweater top, but with no sleeves.
Yeah.
Very 90s-esque.
Yeah. And so Rachel.
So Rachel, right? I can already see her the Rachel haircut up on top.
For sure.
And then, of course, Ross. He's so tweed. He's such a New York University professor with his tweed jackets. I love it.
Oh my God!
Pivot!
Ross, come on! Where are your muscles?
It is stuck.
Yes! This is really heavy! We're enjoying Chandler's apartment, and we've got Kathleen here with us. Kathleen, please tell us, how do you relate to Friends TV series and you being here today?
Well, it's so nice to be here. I'm Kathleen Wallace, and I am the Vice President of Global Themed Entertainment for Warner Brothers Discovery. And we run all of these themed experiences around the world with our intellectual property, and Friends is one of our most popular. We are here for the opening tomorrow of the Friends experience. This is the 13th city we've opened in since 2019.
You have been very busy.
We've been very busy. Yeah, we're also opening tomorrow in Amsterdam the same day.
Oh,
We have
wow.
another team over there.
What do you think makes Friends so special?
I think it's the universal themes. Everyone around the world actually can relate to. Everyone's been 20 trying to navigate their first job, their first relationships, roommates, apartments. Everyone can relate to that. And I think, you know, with this cast, which is brilliant, and the writing and the humor, it's a perfect combination and very relatable.
Well, people from all over the world could really identify with these 6 characters, and Friends had really, and still has really dominated TV industry.
Hey,
Hey.
what are you guys doing up?
Oh, we wanted to finish the crossword before we went to bed.
Hey, do you know a 6-letter word for red?
Dark red.
Yeah, I think that's wrong, but there's a connect the dots in here for you later. Hey, how about maroon?
You are so smart.
Aw, you guys are so cute.
I know.
It's multi-generational, the appeal. You know, people who grew up with the series when it first aired, they now have kids that are in their millennials or even teenagers. And our research has shown that all ages enjoy this. It's a show that parents watch with their kids. And then also today, we also heard that it's sort of their happy place for kids. You know, the world can be a little stressful between all the environmental concerns and coming out of COVID. And this is just a happy show that makes people feel good.
Kathleen, why do you think experiences like this, immersive experiences, interactive, are so popular?
Fans today want to find ways to interact with the TV shows and the movies that they love on another level. I also think that people are looking for ways to create shared memories with people that are important to them, their friends and their family, their parents, and that's what these experiences provide. You know, they'd rather do that than buy more things, or they use these experiences to celebrate key moments. You'd be surprised how many proposals we've had in the Friends experience. You know,
That is
proposals these days are a big thing. You know?
Yes, yes.
Everybody has to have it all choreographed and planned out, and we get approached a lot.
So can we see you on the chair?
Sure.
Yes, I'd love to see that. All right, let's
All right.
try to do this together.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, you're more successful than me. Well, this is really comfortable.
This is the real deal here.
Kathleen, so this is the dating timeline. What happened from season 1 all the way to what
the end.
happened to the last
Who
season.
dated whom, who broke up, who got engaged, who got married, divorced. We even have divorces
Yeah.
on here. Fans love this wall. You don't realize how many different people each of the characters dated.
I was actually watching last night the episode when Rachel attended Ross's wedding.
Friends, family, are gathered to celebrate here today the joyous union of Ross and Emily. May the happiness we share with them today be with them always. Now, Emily, repeat after me. I, Emily,
I, Emily,
take thee, Ross,
take thee, Ross,
as my lawfully wedded husband in sickness and in health till death parts us.
as my lawfully wedded husband, in sickness and in health, until death parts us.
Now, Ross, repeat after me. I, Ross,
I, Ross,
Take thee, Emily. Take thee, Rachel. Emily. Emily.
So this
That's
would be
so fun.
around this time between them.
Yeah. I love the way this whole series ended. It was a perfect ending. I think one of the best ever.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Am I allowed to eat this? And the coffee. We've got Andrew Bromel here with us. Andrew is a local
Hi, Elina. Thank you.
from Australia, from
Yes.
Melbourne.
Yes.
Andrew, please tell us, how do you fit in?
Yes, well, it's a
with
great
friends?
question. Our consumer products division is a worldwide division, and I run the Australia-New Zealand part of that. And this wonderful experience falls into Warner Brothers Consumer Products from an experience perspective. So it's great to have it here in Melbourne. We're launching here first, and then we'll be, touring around Australia and New Zealand after that. So it's very exciting.
After Melbourne, where will friends travel to?
That's a great question. We're hoping Sydney, and we're looking for a venue right now.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
I imagine it keeps you very, very busy.
It does, it does. I mean, between us and our partners who have put this whole thing together here locally, Friends is a fantastic brand for us in Australia and New Zealand. It's very popular, not only on TV, but in consumer products. It's a terrific property, yeah.
So what is one thing that people want to buy the most?
Fashion is really high on the agenda. The classic t-shirt or hoodie that's got the Friends logo is really popular. Stationery is really popular. There's lots of different anecdotes from the show, whether it be turkeys or all sorts of things. Really popular. Lots of different product. It's difficult to sort of pinpoint one.
Andrew, do you watch the show yourself?
I do, particularly alongside my daughter who has it on replay all the time.
How old is your daughter?
She's 21, yeah.
Okay, perfect age to learn about life.
It's obviously a show that I think anyone can enjoy. You can relax and just watch it either by yourself or with friends. It's 10 seasons, it's 236 episodes. There's so much to it to unpack.
236 episodes, wow.
There's so many different areas of life that it covers, and so many people can relate to that. This whole experience just brings it all to life.
Well, we are in Monica's apartment.
We are.
What is your favourite spot in here?
There's so many great spots. Table itself has had so many fantastic different episodes.
Yeah, meals and conversations.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt scenes and all sorts of stuff are fantastic. And then the couch itself.
Well, let's go and check it out. Is it
absolutely.
soft or is it hard?
I mean, the couch, so many of the great episodes of the show.
Ooh, nice and soft.
I know.
Yeah.
But with just everyone together, huddling around, just so many different scenes and episodes here that just are fun and exciting. It's iconic. And it's Monica Clean.
And who is your favourite character on the show?
It's a great show. I think Joey for me is a struggling actor. He's very cool. He loves his food. I like my food. And his one-liners, how are you doing? I mean, all that's just perfect.
Yeah, so chill.
I know. He's great mates with everybody. He's got a good heart.
Andrew, what is your favourite scene? Out of 10 seasons, 236 episodes?
Yep. I actually like the red jumper scene. We've got Rachel, she's pregnant. The friends don't know exactly who the father is, and they're trying to work it out, and there's this red jumper that obviously is part of the clue to putting it all together. Joey's reaction when he finds out who the father is, and it's Ross, it's just priceless.
It's amazing how the show is supposed to be comedy, but then it covers so many deep
so many aspects of real life.
Yeah.
There's many different aspects to life that it covers, and whether it's friendship or moving in and out of apartments and travel, getting married, having babies.
Different stages of life.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
in the coffee shop, and we've got Zach Taylor here with us. Zach, please tell us, what is your role in the Friends experience?
So I'm a creative producer that's worked with our partner OGX. I work with TEG and our partner OGX, and we've created all of this. We've brought it all to life from the ground up, with OGX helping us bring it over from the States. Yeah.
And how does it work? Do you look at the original TV set, or is it all stored in containers somewhere?
This particular set obviously has so many reference points from the show. You've seen hundreds and hundreds of hours of it. This particular set that we're sitting in now has never been before. This is the first time it was built. It hasn't been in any other building. It hasn't been in any other place. It was built from the ground up in a workshop just about 3 miles from here, actually. And the team has come in. There was a big team that works on television, film, different sets that travel the country, and they came together and did everything from studying the texture of each brick to the color of the grout to what type of carpets we had. I think these carpets were actually made in Istanbul.
Wow.
And printed. So everything's been meticulously curated to try to match to the T of what happened on the show.
How long did it take to put it all together?
This particular experience has been replicated in some form or another throughout the United States and through Europe over the last few years. We had a great team from the United States called OGX who came with a deep wealth of knowledge and all of the really guts of this idea, and really helped us usher this across the line in Australia. So although everything here is unique and replicated, the guts of it have come from the wonderful minds at OGX and Warner Brothers. That process is coming to this point. If I would be amiss to tell you that it took just the last year. It's been many, many years in the making of many people's hard work and sweat. And we were fortunate enough to be part of that here in Australia.
What does it take to transport things? After Melbourne, this set will be traveling to the next city.
Patience.
Patience.
A lot of patience, a lot of meticulous planning. In this particular location, there's not a loading dock. So the amount of cranes that had to be brought in, the amount of forklifts and different platforms that had to be built, were just the operational end of this. It has to be applauded to the teams that were involved in that. This will all pack up. It'll go in about 8 or 9 semis and travel like a rock concert to its next location. Everything packs into beautiful crates. Every mug, every piece of flour, every sugar packet has to be inventoried and rolled out identical, so that each customer that comes through and has the opportunity to be part of this gets the same experience wherever we're at.
Okay, Rach, that's muffin and espresso, $4.50. Ross, double latte, $2.75. Chandler, coffee and scone, $4.25. And Phoebe's herbal tea, $1.25. So altogether, that's $12.75.
This is coming from the man who couldn't split our $80 phone bill in half.
Hi.
Hi.
How much do I owe for the muffin and latte?
No, that's on the house, courtesy of Joey Tribbiani.
Oh, great. Well, tell him thanks. And since Joey seems like such a nice guy, maybe we could go on a date sometime.
Well, he's not used to women being so forward, but I could check with him. He says it's okay. Great, thanks. Bye-bye.
Hey, Joey, how come our stuff isn't free?
It will be when you look like that in a tight skirt.
And I like how we're sitting at the table, which is reserved. It's got a reserved sign.
Well, for some very special people, yeah.
And we are here today. And I suppose that's what this experience is all about, for people to really feel important and special.
Friends has such a special place in a lot of people's hearts. The first walkthrough we had of this particular space, we had someone who learned to speak English watching this show. And they started tearing up. The nostalgia and the big warm hug of seeing these places they felt like they'd been to and these people that they feel like they've known was just, again, a big warm hug that allowed them to come in here and relax and be in a space that they never thought they would coming out of the television.
Zach, how has Friends played a role in your life?
Well, in my personal life, it's played these last few months have been nothing but Friends. I've lived it, I've breathed it. I know nothing other than Friends. Look, I think growing up, Friends was in everyone's peripheral. I don't think that anyone has grown up without it. It's always on television, and it's always part of the fabric. Growing up, I had friends and family that watched it, and colleagues through these years have kept in touch with it. I don't think it's ever really gone off air. So it's definitely part of a cultural conversation that affects everyone. Thank you very much. Good friends.